Hey guys, this is Rise and I'm back with my first solo commentary in quite a while. My last video was I think a month and a half ago, and that was not even a commentary or any Fallout video if that's what you came here looking for either. It was actually just a video of me going to Mexico and pictures of me and my friends. So I wanted to do something to get back into things because really I plan on doing quite a few commentaries in the next couple of weeks. Not quite yet, but once I actually leave my job on October 2nd, I'm going to be around for 2 weeks with not much to do, so I plan on doing a lot of commentary. So what does that mean? Well, that means StarCraft commentaries, that means some Fallout 3 commentaries with some old videos that I have that I've been meaning to put together. I just haven't actually gotten to. As well as, I don't know, some other stuff I'm sure. So I may even do a Counter-Strike first-person VOD. I haven't decided, but I'm thinking about it. I've been playing that again recently and having fun with that. So I may actually do it. We'll have to see. Also, I wanted to make an announcement before anything really gets into motion in this game is I'm going to the World Cyber Game Finals in New York City. I don't live too far away, so it's not too big of a deal. I'm originally from New York, as you guys know, or might know. And even though I'm moving to Ohio, before I do, I'm not that far. I'm up in Massachusetts right now. So I plan on going, and what I'd like to do is meet some of you guys who watch my videos, because I've met a few people so far, and it's always a lot of fun. So I'm going to be wearing this Firebat Hero t-shirt, and if you see me in it, come say hi. Don't be shy. I'm looking to say hi to pretty much everyone that has ever, I guess, watched any of my videos or cares to meet me at all in any way, shape, or form. So I'll be around Saturday and Sunday because I can't actually get home from work in time to actually make it to the Friday night one because I have a 3-hour drive from Massachusetts to New York City. But I will be there Saturday and most of Sunday. Not guaranteed that I'll be there for the entire day Sunday, but I'll definitely be there for a little while anyway. So, again, wear the Firebat Hero t-shirt. Come say hi. Want to meet you guys. Cool. Also, I don't know, there may be some after parties after the WCG finals, so who knows? Could be some exciting stuff going on around there, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Also, there's going to be some other SC2GG staffers who are attending. I know Psionic Reaver's going to be there. I think WC8's going to be, WC8's going to be there. Dignity and Mole Trap will not be there because, well, I don't think they'll be there anyway, because it's really expensive to get from California to New York City. And anyone else I can think of? Maybe, well, you'll be surprised, because there'll be a couple other names there that I'm not mentioning right now. I don't know if they want to be mentioned, is what it comes down to. All right, so anyway, I think that's about it for the announcements I wanted to make. Oh, one more thing. No, wait, never mind. I'll save that for later. So anyway, let's get to this match. We got Mensol 0 playing against Much. And Mensol 0, he's a pretty good Zerg player. He plays some creative games sometimes, too, which makes his FPVOD particularly interesting to me in order to do an FPVOD commentary. I'm thinking he's going to do something fun. It looks like Much is getting a couple of drones right away with that first Zealot. Nicely done, man. That's a little tough loss already for 0. That's something that you don't want happening so soon. But anyway, 0 was at BlizzCon, I know. I didn't go to BlizzCon, by the way, but I know he was there. And, oh, are we going to lose another drone? No, Much is going to have a dud Zealot, much like his much dead Scarabs, if that made any sense to you guys. He tends to have dead Scarabs from his Reavers because, I don't know, the game AI hates him, or maybe that he's just so old that his Reaver Scarabs are extra slow. We got a third drone from Much. Oh, man. Maybe they're showing us the wrong first-person view over here, because Much seems to be in a pretty strong position so far. Zero's having a tough time keeping his drones alive. Anyway, 0 was at BlizzCon. He didn't win it, I don't think, but he did do a pretty good job, and I know he did some interesting gameplay. And that Zealot goes down, so it looks like that may be the end of Much's harassment for now, specifically because there's a lot of Zerglings out on the field. Also, Zero's got a pretty good view of what's going on in Much's base. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but it's actually on Heartbreak Ridge. 0 is the Zerg player, is at the bottom left, and Much, the Protoss player, at the bottom, or nope. Well, I guess it's middle right. I don't know. It's not really top right because the base is kind of whatever. They're both in the middle of the left and the right. Not that big of a deal. So looks like Mush is going for an early rush build here, sending out some zealots early on, which I think is a great idea. We don't see enough early pressure in the game, you know. And we're seeing a 3-hatch lair build coming from our friend Zero over here. So now remember, because this is a first-person VOD, you're going to be pretty much seeing mostly Zero's base. One of the things that pro gamers tend to do, and really good players in general, is you're not going to see him just staring at battles. You know, that's something that newbies always do. And anytime you're better than a D-level player, you kind of stop watching your battles, you know. You got to make sure that you're macroing the entire time, and not that you have to be looking at your base to macro either, but there's just always something to do looking at a different place where you can't stare and just watch things. Unless you're heavily microing something, it doesn't make sense to watch it because your time is better spent elsewhere. So really, what do? Well, you got to divide up your time in the most economical way possible, really, and that's what it really comes down to in this game is economics. Is, you know, the game has evolved. It's become more and more of an economic-based game. And oh, almost another drone going down, as well as a big scout going in the base. He's going to see that Hydralisk Den, so he's going to know exactly what's coming at this point. Although Zero could, of course, switch his tech up now that he's putting down that Spire, as we just see there. But the first couple of Hydras are out anyway, and this is actually going to help as well, just from stopping those Zealots from doing any more damage. But again, anyway, back to the Pro Gamer APM, basically. Just watch how they what they focus on it, and generally, it's not the big battles. So how did he react to that, right? I don't even think he got one hit on one of those Lings, and he reacted to that. Well, it's easy, actually. He's playing watching the minimap, which is, again, something that players that are above D level tend to do. And the better you are, chances are you look at the minimap more and more. And that's what reaction time comes down to. And I mentioned that in a lot of the FPVOD videos, I know, but at the same time, I like to make sure that people who are watching these for this first time realize what's going on sometimes. Why don't we see the action? Why don't we see the same thing that you see from a typical replay? And that's exactly it, you know. So, again, look at that reaction from Much. He's not necessarily there in terms of his micro and whatnot, but he's looking at the minimap so he can see units coming in, and that's what a huge part of this game is. So now Zero getting a good scout over there. He only has to look at it for a couple of seconds to realize exactly what build's going on from Mush, because again, when these gamers are playing, I don't know, 40 games every couple of days, it adds up, and to the point where everything is just reactions, like, oh, he's doing that, I do this now, basically, you know. And while there's obviously some creativity in that play and in his decision making, a lot of it's just based off of you know, repetitive play. I mean, it's like learning a build order, right? How do you get better at a build order? All you do is you do it over and over and over, and guess what? You get better at it to the point where you just don't have to think about it. That's why you repeat it over and over and over, so you don't have to think about it. You can think of other things. You can spend more time out-thinking your opponent, trying to set your units up in a way that it may trap him or whatever the case. But anyway, getting back to this game, kind of, I go on tangents during FPVODs more than anything because just the way that they work. And wow, what timing! Gonna snipe off 2, 3 High Templars. Oh, that's huge. Is he gonna get that last one? Yeah, he's definitely gonna go into it. So that is a huge hit on Much, losing his first 3 Templar. That's just gonna set him way behind. He's gonna have to wait even longer for the energy in order to do any damage to the units that Zero can be sending to his base. Apparently, I'm still a little bit rusty here after not doing a commentary for a month and a half. By the way, new commentaries up on Violet Attack. Be sure to check those out. I plan on doing some more probably with Cholera and anyone else who's willing to do them. Really, I'm not much of a I don't have much of a problem doing them with anyone for the most part. That's why I used to do commentaries of the week. Speaking of which, maybe I'll start those back up.